when I first heard about the first challenge, Knit Your Life, I got really excited. I like the idea that all of us competitors were given the opportunity to make something open-ended so that we could show what we were best at. I love all the different yarn choices too. It was super exciting to get that giant box of yarn and rummage through it. So I already knew right away that I was going to do something lace. If you look at my project page and at my design page on Ravelry, you'll see that what I'm best at is lace. So this is a chance for me to do what I'm best at, and I don't know if I'll get that chance again because the future challenges might be more restrictive. So definitely want to take advantage of that opportunity. So thinking about shapes for lace shawls, I went to a heart shape. That means that there are 6 increases on every right side row. If you look at the example behind me, this is Lavad. There's 2 increases along the spine and 2 increases at each edge, so a total of 6. And what that means is that the overall shape makes this pretty swoop. What I love about a heart-shaped shawl is it really stays on your shoulders. You don't have to take a pin or anything to it for it to stay in place. It just stays right where it belongs very nicely. Anyway, so thinking about yarn, the first yarn that I liked the best, and I saw that a lot of other designers like this yarn too, was the linen blend yarn. Unfortunately, when I swatched with it, it just didn't show the stitch pattern that I want, and I'll give you a closer look at my swatch as well. But it just, the tweediness of the fiber, it just obscured the lace pattern, and they were fighting with each other. It wasn't pretty. Last yarn I tried was Unisano. This is the colorway that they gave us in the box, and so you can see my swatch matches it exactly. And it's perfect. It's got the bounce, it's got the stitch definition, it blocks beautifully for lace. I'm so excited. When I ordered yarn, I took 3 balls of the blue colorway, the same colorway that came in our box, as a backup colorway because I knew that one worked. But my first choice was the purple, black, and gray colorway. I wasn't sure from the picture if it would be perfect, but when it came in the mail, I opened the box, I knew immediately it's exactly what I wanted to use. I can give you a little preview of my shawl and process. I'm about 70% done right now, so you can see the colors are gorgeous. I can't wait to show you the finished portrait. Here's my sketch for the first challenge. It pretty much came to me all at once. Like I said, I knew I was going to make a big lace shawl, and I wanted to show the progression that a knitter goes through as they evolve from beginner to intermediate, advanced, and eventually an expert knitter. So if you look at my swatch, you'll see that it starts with garter stitch and it progresses through increasingly more difficult stitches, ending with a pretty complicated Japanese lace stitch pattern that I have modified for use in this challenge. So you go from something where you knit every row through patterning, cables, basic lace, and then a more advanced lace, which involves twisted stitches, cabling, wrong side patterning, that sort of thing. And you can see the linen swatch, it just doesn't show the pattern as well, so you can't see the stitches as well. Although I love the yarn, it just wasn't the right yarn for this project. I wanted to show you a little bit of my process. I'm a math lover. I love to make charts and graphs. I love to figure things out in Excel. I'm happiest when I have a big book of graph paper in front of me and my handy-dandy stitch dictionaries nearby. So for this project I did a lot of charting because I wanted the different stitch patterns to really flow into each other. I didn't want it to be abrupt with distinct demarcations between the different stitch patterns. So I charted everything out for the first swatch. I changed things around a little for the second swatch. Here are my notes that I made while I was waiting for the shipment of yarn. I did the entire project from beginning to end, everything out, including how many stitches per row there would be. Once I got through the first ball, I realized, much to my delight, that it would go further than I expected, so I actually went back and upsized the last couple of stitch patterns so that we would have more shawl to look at. I also made a chart showing how far I have to get on each day in order to be done on time.